Hey, hello there everyone, welcome to the channel. I was trying to do Mrs. Doubtfire, but I think I came across more like Drew Zoo. Drew, if you're watching, hello. Regardless, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Chris, aka Knotty Bear, a crocheter, amigurumi designer, and general crafty person on the internet. So if any of that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe. I put out videos every single week, so there's always something new to watch. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for being here. I tell you this all the time, I could not do this without you, so thank you, thank you. This week I have something super exciting I want to talk to all of you about. I feel like lately the vlog has lost some of its focus. No, not that kind of focus. The focus of where I want to go with this vlog and this channel in general, which is all things crochet and amigurumi. So with that in mind, I have decided to start a challenge for the next 10 weeks where I crochet something a little bit more themed and specific throughout the vlog. I'm hoping this will kind of refocus things on amigurumi. I don't know why I'm doing this movement, but refocus things on amigurumi and kind of let you get to know me a little bit better, and in turn I can get to know you all a little bit better. I know I'm kind of being a little bit cryptic, so without further ado, let's get into the video and talk a little bit more about it. Now, before we get into the challenge details and what we're doing this week, I want to take one quick second of your time to just self-promote. I promise I don't do it that often, but if you didn't know, I have an Etsy shop and it is full of cute amigurumi patterns, stickers, merch, even a digital journal for amigurumi designers. So if any of that sounds good to you, please check it out. If not, absolutely no pressure. I'm just happy you're here. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the week ahead and this challenge I have planned. It is already Monday afternoon. I can't believe today has been flying by. I woke up pretty early, walked Cypress, did breakfast with him, and then came in here and did breakfast with Fiji. So they were all settled, and then I cleaned the office because I wanted kind of just a fresh start to the week. So the office is nice and clean. I also filmed a couple of reels this morning because this is the first week where I will be doing like a scheduled thing on Instagram, where I'm following a schedule rather. So reels get posted at certain times and things. Apparently it helps. It can't hurt anyways. So I filmed a couple of reels. I posted one and we're going to see how that goes. I will keep you updated as to whether it worked or not. As far as today, I'm trying to finish all my Halloween stuff. So I just released a couple weeks ago, my pattern for Raya the Raccoon came out. Ezzy the Esmeralda, the yellow spotted salamander. I'll put a photo here. The testing is about to end. One of my testers is already finished and I have a couple that are almost done. This testing was a little bit strange for me. I posted a couple pictures of Ezzy online and they didn't seem to gain traction. In fact, Instagram didn't seem to want to show them. It was a little bit weird. I don't know if it's because the photos were dark or something wrong with them, or if it was the design. I don't think so because people seem to like it, but something about Instagram not sharing it meant that getting testers was a little bit harder for this one. I normally have quite a few to pick from. I have some fantastic people who ended up applying and who are testing it for me, so thank you so much if you're watching this. But it was a little bit strange to see that it wasn't going anywhere. Who knows what will happen with this pattern? I'm happy with it. I know it's a little bit more spooky and a little bit off the beaten path for me maybe, but regardless, I like it. I'm happy with it. So that should be done testing this weekend and then I can release it. So who knows? I'm really happy with it. I think it's super cute. If you like it, you can go check it out. I'll put the date on the screen here of when it gets released. So I'm excited to have her out. As for Halloween patterns, I think that'll pretty much be it. However, I do have one that I will show here. I am doing an add-on, I guess it will. It'll be the first time I've ever done something like this. So this is Dougie. Some of you may recognize him. He's obviously orange and yellow, a little bit different. Dougie's the frog that's standing there. I thought he would be really cute if I did like a pumpkin scarecrow version. So I'm actually working on that right now. Sorry if I sound a little bit different. My phone died and I'm charging it, so I can't use my mic. And I also had lunch, and it's a little bit later. Not that affects how I sound, but just so we're on the same page. Like I was saying before with Dougie, I've never done anything like a pattern extension, I guess, or addition, whatever you want to call it. If you've ever purchased anything like that, what did you think? Did you love it? Do you hate that kind of stuff? He is my best selling pattern, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of breathe new life into him for those people who want to make him as a different version or just make the clothes to dress him up for the season. Anyways, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about it, but I think that'll be the last thing for Halloween. I really wanted to do some illustrations, but I never got around to finishing them. I might try and sneak them in this week. I doubt it's going to happen. But I would be sad if I didn't do any kind of sticker or thing for Halloween because it's my favorite season. So we will see. but my focus is shifting onto Christmas because that is coming fast. If you are a crafter or a small business owner, you know how important Christmas is and the holiday season in general. So I'm really trying to focus on all of that stuff coming up forward. But without making you wait too much longer, let's talk about this little challenge that I have for the week, because today is already rolling by and I need to get started. So here, drum roll, I'll add a drum roll maybe. I have this, technically a candle holder. However, in the candle holder are little post-it notes, just so you can see there is no way for me to tell which is which. And what I have done, there are 10 of them, and I have picked a theme, which is video games. If you don't know, I'm a gamer. I've been playing video games my whole life, so quite a while now, and I have a lot of favorite games. So what I've done is picked my favorite 10 games. Now, I didn't pick specific games if it was a genre. For example, a lot of you have heard of The Legend of Zelda, which is one of my favorites. It's one of the ones I put in here. I didn't pick a specific Zelda, I just put Zelda in general. And then if I pick that out of here, then I have to create an amigurumi from one of the characters, which I will just pick at random. I'm not going to do a separate thing. I'm just going to pick whatever I want to do from, or whatever character I want to do from that game, if that makes sense. So yes, there are 10 in here. I'm going to put the list somewhere on the screen here so you can see which 10 are in here. Some of them are a little bit more tricky than others, specifically the Souls. So if anyone knows what Dark Souls is, or I'm including Bloodborne and Elden Ring, which my taste in video games goes from cutesy Pokemon, Animal Crossing vibes, Sims kind of thing, all the way to Dark Souls. So it's very varied. However, things like Pokemon, obviously I've made lots of those already, but they're easier to do in Crochet. I have no idea what I'll do if I get Dark Souls or a Souls, one of those kind of things. I don't know, but it is one of my favorite games, so I had to include it. So I'm very interested to see what I come up with when I get one of those. Hopefully it's not my first one. So yeah, that is the challenge. I'll be doing one a week, so every time I do a vlog, I'll update you throughout the week. I'll also take you with me doing other things, but this will kind of be the focus of it. Now, without wasting any more time, let's pick one of these bad boys and see what we get. I promise you, I cannot tell which is which. We're just going to pick one at random, and I'll talk a little bit about it and my experience with it and why it's my favorite. Okay, so we got Don't Starve, which is probably one that a lot of you may not have heard of before. It is an indie game. It came out probably close to like 15 years ago, maybe not quite that much. It came out as like a Chrome extension game. It's Canadian-based studio. It's a little bit Tim Burton-y, kind of evil. It's an RPG survival game. We love this game so much. I say we because my husband and I play this game throughout the years together all the time. And we love just setting up a base, and you have to survive. It's called Don't Starve because you can starve to death. Things are trying to kill you, but it's also kind of like quirky and weird. I can actually share a little bit of gameplay of this, which is cool. So if I own the game and I film it myself on my PlayStation, then I can share it here without copyright issues. I believe, I'm gonna look into that, but it should be fine because I'm sharing my own gameplay of it. So I'll put a little bit here. It is a little bit kooky and weird. However, I'm actually really excited about this one because they have some really cool and quirky character designs and creature designs. They do a really great job with that. Some of the characters you can pick and play as are really cute, as well as the things you fight. So I'm gonna have a sit about this and think about what I wanna do, and then I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to do a quick Pinterest search to get some inspiration and show you some of the different characters. That's Wormwood. There's Wilson, who's the main character. You can see him all over here. There's Wirt, which is this little mermaid thing, or merman. This is Weber. He's like a little boy trapped inside a spider. All the characters are really cool. I don't know if I want to do one of the playable characters or one of the little bosses like Toadstool here. I think would be really cool. And there are so many. There's basically different seasonal bosses. So there's Berger, like this, which is the autumnal boss. There is Deerclops, which is like the winter boss. He was the original one. He was always so scary. We have Dragonfly here, and so many others to pick from. It's really hard to pick just one. I mean, look how goofy Moose Goose is here. He's so awesome. Any one of these would make a great amigurumi design, but I have to pick one. So after thinking about it for a little bit, I think I finally decided on who I want to go with. As you saw, there are a lot of really cool, quirky creature and character designs in this game. It's one of the reasons I love it so much. I would love to do like a Toadstool. However, in the interest of not going completely crazy this week, he's a lot of detail. I think we're going to do something a little bit more simple, and that is Glommer. Glommer is a little bit hard to describe, but he's basically like a giant purple fly, I guess. He makes these really adorable bug sounds. And what I love the most about him is his whole purpose is to be cuddled. He wards off depression and boosts sanity, which is just the cutest thing ever. And he also poops pink goo that you can use for fertilizer and other things. You can even eat it, which I know sounds very strange. You don't want to, but you can. Anyways, it's a weird game, but I love Glommer. The idea of having a big purple squishy Glommer in my life is very exciting. So I think we're going to do something a little bit larger because he is more of a simple design. I think I already have enough purple Chanel yarn because he is kind of fuzzy. So I think a Chanel yarn would work best. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Also, who clocked the Final Fantasy tee? I wore it just for this video. We didn't get Final Fantasy this week, but we will. So if you're a fan, just keep on watching. But yeah, let's get started with our Glommer. Like I said before, Glommer is all about them cuddles, so he needs to be soft and squishy, so I'm going to be using a Chanel yarn. If I consult the yarn stash, if you will, I can see that I have one skein of dark purple yarn here, and then 1, 2.5. So I have 3.5 skeins of dark purple yarn, which will be more than enough to do the body. I mean, he's like 95% body yada yada, so that's really all I need. I'll do a little bit of white acrylic or cotton for the wings. As for Glommer's eyes, he has a bunch of bug eyes, and for the size I'm thinking, I don't think my safety eyes will be big enough, so we'll probably have to incorporate some felt or get crafty with some kind of polymer clay maybe. I just realized I never said anything about his face or his feet. His face is like a bluish color, so I'm thinking of using this Big Twist Posh, which I bought last year at Joann's and then just never used. I also have a blue back there that could work. And of course I have, because this is a yarn stash, not a hoarding problem, I promise, Honey Bunny light blue, so I'll use one of those. And then for his feet, I'll also do acrylic, just like the wings, probably this orange or one of these oranges there. All right, and just like that, it is a Tuesday afternoon. I always have intentions of filming in the morning, and then I get distracted, never get around to it. However, I had a pretty productive morning. I edited some of the stuff I filmed yesterday, and I noticed I was looking a little scraggly, so I shaved my head and cleaned up my beard. A lot of you probably won't even notice, but I feel better, so that's all that matters. And I got a lot of work done on the Dougie pumpkin scarecrow design I'm working on, which I will show you now. I still have to do his overalls and his face and stuff. However, he is looking so cool. I really love this jacket with like the raw fringe edge and this super cute hood, which was not part of the pattern originally, but I tried it and I think it looks really cool. So very happy with the way this is turning out. I also am using these amphibian amigurumi eyes, which I'm using for the first time. Normally I don't like using things that are kind of harder to get. However, I got these on Amazon. They're much more readily available now to get, so I don't feel bad using them, and I think they look really cool on him. So very happy with the way this is turning out, so keep an eye out for that. He has also inspired me to do a kind of Halloween bundle for all my Knotty Bear Halloween designs. So in the next week or two, I will put that out. It'll be Dougie with his pumpkin pattern, probably both, just because you need both to make him, as well as Ezzy and Araya. So all three of them. I'll probably even throw in Argy, the spider plant that we made last week, which is a freebie, but I'll just put it in there to include it. And I'll put it at a little bit of a discount, obviously, because we're later in the season now. So anyone who is looking to just buy all my Halloween patterns, that will be up shortly in the next week or two. So keep an eye out for that. As for Argy, the spider plant, I told you I would update you on the pattern for that, and I ended up posting it to my Instagram as well as my Pinterest. So if you want to go to either of those, you can find them there and just save them for later, or whenever you want to make it, you can just go to it. I also told you could email me, which is perfectly fine. Quite a few of you did, so I will send it to you that way as well. Whatever you want to do, just be sure to tag me in your final makes, because I love seeing all the little Knotty Bear patterns being made by all of you. It's so cool. So just be sure to tag me at Knotty Bear Crochet. Aside from that, we really need to get started on the Glommer. I haven't done any of it, and I want to finish by Friday morning. So I only got a couple days, and I was thinking about the way he looks and the way I want to do this. I am going to still use the purple Chanel yarn that I was showing. However, I think because he looks like he has like a shag to him, I want to do a technique where you kind of create like a shag carpet almost. I probably should look up the actual technique for this, but I think I just understand what I want to do. So I'm going to try it first my own way, see how it goes. And if I fail, I will look up a video, but I think I should be fine. It'll use more yarn, which means overall he will be smaller, but I think in the end I'll be happy when he has an actual like textured shag to him as opposed to just being like a flat, if you know what I mean. I hope that makes sense, but I think having that like shaggy fur will be much cuter on him even if he is a little bit smaller. So we're gonna get started on that. However, first, I do want to film a couple reels for my Instagram. I like having those kind of ready to go. I'm really enjoying the new kind of schedule I've set for myself. Things don't feel as chaotic. I can kind of plan things out a little bit better. We'll see if it helps or not, who knows. One little tip I did find is helping is I replaced my profile picture with a picture of me and my amigurumi as opposed to my little bear logo, which I do love that logo and I'll use it for other things. But I think in the case of Instagram, people like to see the person behind the account. So I have noticed an uptick in followers since switching that. So that's a little bit of a tip or a trick if you're struggling in your socials. Might be something that helps. Who knows? Last night, oddly enough, I ended up buying a new yarn. I woke up in the middle of the night to the washroom, and I don't normally look at my phone, but I did. And Hobie got me right away. They had like an ad for their new Friends cotton yarn, which is the yarn I use here, but in like a new print colorway. It's like a multicolor yarn. I was all about it. It looks really cool. And I ended up buying a few skeins of 2 of the different colors. I'll put them here for you. And those will be coming next week. I can't wait. I think I'm going to make like a little scarf or a hat out of them. But I love them. I think they're going to be super fun. I can't wait to see them in person. So I will be sure to share that with all of you when it comes, probably next week sometime. As always, I will put the link in the description to anything I'm talking about below if you want to check it out yourself. Aside from that, I really have been thinking about doing an illustration for Raya. I know I said I didn't think I'd have time, and I probably don't, to be honest, to do an illustration for Halloween. However, I keep thinking about it, so I'm going to really try and get something done in the next week or two. I think she'll look really cute as a sticker or on a bag with something like over her cauldron. It says like stitching season or something. I have this idea in my head, and I think even if it doesn't go out onto the shop, I think I just want to get something done so I can stop thinking about it. So I'm going to work a little bit on that as well. But as you can tell, I got a lot on my plate, so I got to get back to it. Stop distracting me. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. Okay, got it. Let's go. I feel like such an idiot. So as you can see, I have a couple sketches here of Raya. I'm really happy with the way this one is turning out specifically. I love the little book that says Magic Ring because it kind of ties it into her being a witch, but also back into crochet. I want to have like some little crochet things down here. So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to take it and put it on my iPad and start the digital drawing and see where we get. Quick update for everyone. The technique I've been trying is working out really well. I'm super happy with it. I think it's going to look really cool when it's all done. It definitely looks like some kind of shaggy fur. It kind of looks like a flower right now, but I'm happy with that, and I don't have to try anything else, which is always nice, so I can just go ahead and continue with this. And yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here watching Gilmore Girls and crocheting, and then I'm going to do that for a couple hours and then go to bed. So I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Let me just get my mic set up real quick here. Grab some crochet, as always. So as you can see, I'm in the living room. I feel like it's been like a month or so since I filmed in the living room. I feel like I've been filming a lot in my office, which makes sense because that's where I spend most of my time. But yes, good morning. I am working on little Dougie's overalls here, so that's what we're getting done, taking photos and trying to get that done because I really want to have all the pieces for him done today is the plan.
so I can start putting the pattern together and release it hopefully sometime this week or next week. I know I have a bunch of other stuff planned, so we'll see how it goes. I showed you all a little bit of Glommer and how he's turning out, and I'm very happy with that. This is as far as I got with him. So this is his little butt, and he has like a really big back hump at the top, rather like a hump at the top. So I did all my increases at the top here. So I'm just gonna start just going straight out. So this is his butt, and then I'll start the body if that makes sense. And then we'll move on to the face. So he'll be about this big. So I think that's a pretty good size. Also, I had like an interesting thought. It's Prime Day, which is like the Amazon thing, which Cypress, when I'm loud, he makes the grouchiest old man sounds. Did you hear that? He goes, "Ugh." If I'm talking, he's trying to sleep. Anyways, Glommer makes this really adorable like buzzing noise when you squish him. And I know they make those like voice recorders for plushies, and I thought, how cool would it be to put one in him so that when you squish him, he makes the buzzing noise. So I looked on Amazon, and they actually have some on sale, and it comes tomorrow. So I bought it. I just had to make sure that the body was open. Originally, when I looked, they didn't come till Friday, so that wouldn't have worked, but I found one that comes tomorrow. So I got it, and I'm going to put that little buzzing noise in it, and then it just sits inside the body, and when you squish it, it makes that noise. So very cool. I think it's for like teddy bears, like people record their voice and like for kids and stuff, but I'm using it for this. I think it works just fine. Also, one of the reasons I hate working with chenille yarn, when I was pulling the tail at the end, it snapped, as it always does, and thankfully it didn't snap right at the base, but I'm still going to hot glue the magic circle here on the inside together just to make sure it's extra secure. I've also seen people do like safety eyes if you can't see them. I mean, that would look a little weird putting an eye here, but like a black one and then the backer to like kind of clip it together, if that makes sense. Anyways, we're going to do that, but I am very happy with this like textured look. It is taking so much more time. Normally, if I had just not done these little hairs, I think I'd probably be done the body at this point, because these little things just make it so much more work. But again, I'm very happy with it. So that's turning out really good. And then for the rest of the day, I'm going to post a couple reels, edit some of this video. I'm really enjoying editing at the end of the day, every single day. And then that way, when I get till Thursday, Friday, I have the video like not done, but a large portion of it done, so I don't feel as stressed. I think a lot of people kind of film and then put it together last minute. And I think that just like is too much work, because it is a lot of time editing. These take a lot of time to edit. That's kind of why I like just like the sit down and ramble style of video like this, because there's a little bit less of like finessing a thing. Speaking of rambling, that's all I'm kind of doing right now. So it's early morning. I'm just sitting and enjoying the sunlight coming through. It was freezing cold last night. We had the window open. We like to have a fan in our window, and I don't think we can do that anymore because the cold air is here. It is officially really fall season vibes. All the leaves are falling. It's chilly, so I think we might even have to turn the heat on soon. But I kind of like being all cozy and warmed up anyways, and like a blanket and some tea, so I don't mind it. Anyways, I gotta get on with my day, and I'll check back in with you later. Quick update, I just finished the pumpkin Dougie, and I have to show him to you because I think this is the best thing I've ever made, possibly. I'm in love. I may do a couple more little details, but how cute. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with him. I love everything about him. So this is Pumpkin Dougie. Like I said, it is a modified version of the original Dougie, which is the bullfrog here. And it's just going to be an additional pattern. You'll have to have the original Dougie one, and then this will be like an add-on you can get for it, because the clothes and obviously some of the details are different. But how cool. I love him. He's just, I think he's my favorite thing. I might keep him out all year long. Anyways, I just thought I would share. As for the rest of the day, I want to work on Glommer some more. I really want to make sure I'm progressing on that. It's already Wednesday, 12 o'clock, so I want to get most of the body done for today, and then that way tomorrow when the little voice recorder comes, I can plug it in, or put it in rather, and then I go work on some stuff online. There's never an end of the things I have to do. Also, it is so cold in here. I actually might turn on the heat for the first time today. I don't normally get cold, but I am freezing, so that tells you how cold it is in here. Anyways, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday now, a little bit later in the day. I want to share what I have so far with Glommer. I meant to do it last night, but didn't get around to it. So here is the body, all done. I am loving the little texture that I did, much better than it being all smooth. So it did take a lot more work, like I said, but I'm very happy with it. I could see using this again with like a hedgehog or even like a pine cone. I'm sure other people have done this before. I did not come up with this, but I really love it. So happy with that. And I'm going to do the head today. I have to get it to the point of where I can still fit that little sound box into it, which is coming at some point today. So I'm going to start the head, get it to the point where I can still put that in, and then I'll finish off that, and that'll be pretty much the hardest part. Also, last night I finished all of his feet. He has 8 of them. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he? So they're all done. They look like little, what are those corn chips called? The ones that used to look like this? I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about. So that's all done. Next, I have to do his wings, which I'm kind of on two fronts about. I don't know which I want to do. The easier one would just make it out of felt and just cut the shape out and then maybe put some wire in it so it like kind of stays upright. However, I like to keep things to crochet, especially since this might be a pattern one day, not for sale, obviously. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. However, I think I want to keep it crochet if I can, so I'm going to do my best to crochet these wings. They're kind of a strange shape, but we'll see how we get on. As for the rest of the day, I really need to get a move on. I want to edit my Ezzy pattern because the test is almost done for that. I actually didn't really have much feedback. Everyone did a great job, so very happy with that. That will be coming out this weekend, like I said. So I want to make sure the pattern's all ready. I'm going to pre-upload it to my Etsy shop, ready to go. So very excited for that. And then I want to get Dougie, the pumpkin Dougie. I have to get started on that. I've taken all the photos, so it's editing. You know the drill. I've shared it, talked about it a million times, so you know what I'm doing. I also have some design stuff coming up, which is nice because I haven't done too much in the past couple weeks. I've also been working on my personal website as well as a Patreon, which I'm going to talk a little bit more in the future in the coming weeks. I don't think I'm quite at the point where I want to launch a Patreon. I'm almost there, but I think it's just a great way to support artists and build a community and stuff. So I will talk about that later. Don't worry about it. So yeah, let's get on with our day, see where we get to. I also really want to keep working on this Raya drawing. I really want to do a little bit each day just to make sure I'm making progress. I'm very happy with the just initial sketch I think I shared this a little bit, but just on my iPad. So I like the way it looks. I'm going to start doing a final version slowly. Hopefully get that in the next week too. I feel like I always say things are coming out in the next week. I don't know that I'm going to get them all done in a week, but we'll see how it goes. Also real quick, I just want to show Fiji. I love when he sits like this. Oh my god, you guys, this is ridiculous. Okay, I have to share this. So I'm making the reel for tomorrow for Ezzy because her pattern comes out tomorrow. So I wanted to do like a little video for her. And I had this idea of like her spinning in a circle, kind of like if you put her on top of like a Lazy Susan or something. But I don't have anything like that. And I thought, what do I have? Well, I have one of those fidget toys, those fidget spinners. Remember how they were super popular? And I looked in the junk drawer and of course it was still there. So I built a contraption to make her spin. It's just so stupid. Okay, so here is Ezzy looking cute, and this is her fidget toy. Yeah, so I had to tie her down to it because she kept falling off, obviously. And then it was like too low to the ground, so I glued on this like base piece here to like elevate it a little bit. However, I will say... Okay, well that wasn't a good example. Let's try that again. I will say she does spin around, so that worked out. I'm happy with it. I feel a sneeze coming on. I just hit play. Don't sneeze. Allergies the worst. Does anyone else have allergies? My god. I think I'm okay now. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Sorry if I look like crazy. I just had a sneezing fit. My allergies have been really bad since I got back. Anyways, if you're watching this on Friday, upload day, thank you for being here. Hello. As you can see, or not so much, I guess, I am still working on Glommer. I did finish the first wing, which I'm very happy with the way it turned out because the shape is a little weird. That can be kind of hard to do with crochet, so I like the way that turned out. I'm working on the second one, which is the final piece for Glommer. thankfully. So all I have to do is assemble him, and then we'll see what he looks like. I'm sure he'll be very cute. And then once that is done, I can upload or edit and upload this video rather. So that'll be good. I'm also editing stuff for Ezzy's release today. I woke up super early this morning to make sure I got everything done. I'm still feeling super behind, but with that said, it's also supposed to be like a beautiful day outside, and I don't think we're gonna get too many more of those, so I would like to go for a bike ride at some point. So we'll see if I can squeeze that in. And yeah, the next time you'll see me, hopefully Glommer will be done. Oh, question mark. All right, everyone, it is finally time for the big reveal. Here is the finished Glommer plushie, looking very spooky, very cute, very demure. I'm very happy with him. I think the wings could use a little bit of wiring, but I think I'm just gonna hang him from the ceiling like this, so not a big deal. Really happy with this textured look, and of course he does make the noise, so I think I couldn't be happier with him. Thank you so much for everyone for watching this video. If you made it to the end, what are you working on? I love to know what other people are doing while they're watching my videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out my newest crochet pattern, Ezzy or Esmeralda, the yellow spotted salamander, available now if you're watching this. And as always, stay naughty, friends. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.